Hi folks, it's Karen Trepte from KT Finances. Good to see you here today. Whether you're coming on live or coming on the replay, always love doing these lives for you. So today we're going to talk about why diversification is so important. Now, anytime you talk to a financial planner, they will talk to you about diversification. And what does that mean? Diversify means to invest in different types of products. So, a lot of my clients, when I initially talk to them, tell me, "Oh, yes, Karen, I am diversified." And so, thank you for joining me. So, I ask them, "So tell me about that. How are you diversified?" And they tell me, "Oh, I have my money in international, I have it in domestic, maybe they'll tell me I have it in developing markets, and I have money in my bonds, I have money in stocks." So here's my question for you, because it's a really important one. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you agree that your money is very important and how it grows is very important. All 5 of those things that I just mentioned, what are they tied to? They're tied to the stock market. So, yes, it's diversified within the stock market, but let's talk about that for a minute, okay? Historically, what happens with the stock market? Of course, people want to put their money in the stock market because it's been zooming and it's been going up. I understand that. But all of those vehicles are in the stock market, and historically, the stock market does 2 things, right? It goes up, and then what happens? It goes down. So, nobody can predict the future. If they tell you they're incorrect, because nobody can predict the future. However, the way science works and financial statistics works is that you look back over a period of time and you see what the market has done in the past. And you'll probably see that little fine print under any financial product because it's accurate. Historical patterns don't promise the future. We all know that just from being alive. You may have had some experiences, and just because something turned out one way one time doesn't mean it's going to turn out that way another time. However, knowing the past is really important. And let's take a look at that. The market has historically corrected or crashed, pick your word, depending on your circumstances, about every 7 years. For me, this is very personal because my mom, when it corrected or crashed in 2001, lost $2 million. And believe me, she was a very, very frugal woman. Way more so than I am. I have allowed myself some pleasures throughout life. I probably should have saved more the way she did. But I got to see that this happened to her in 2001. Okay, 7 years later, 2008. Maybe more of you remember that. 2008, people were losing their homes. We were lucky. We got to keep our 2 homes. I'm very, very grateful. But my husband lost his job for 2.5 years. And that was hard. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I've learned a lot of the stuff. Yes, I have an MBA. Yes, my dad opened Merrill Lynch in Tokyo, Japan. Yes, I studied, a long time for College of Financial Planning before we found out my mom had Alzheimer's. But a lot of the stuff that I share with you comes from the hard knocks that I've had, and it is my mission to help the younger generations not only discover, but act upon the knowledge that It's so important to start saving money long-term now. 20s, 30s, 40s, 50. It's important now. Okay, so back to diversification. 2008, my husband lost his job, didn't have a job for 2.5 years. Now, we were not alone. It wasn't just my husband. He's in construction. It's a cyclical industry, goes up and down, kind of like the market. So I want you to think about how diversified you are. Now, are you in other forms of investment that are outside the market? For us, luckily, we owned property. We owned real estate. But that can be risky too. Luckily, we invested at the right time. But the housing prices, probably some of you remember, they started out way up here. And once that crash started happening and banks were even going out of business, where people tell me all the time they think their money is safe. And most of the time it is safe in the bank. Only your return on your investment is very, very low, like 0.1% these days. So there are products out there. That's really the main point of this. Some of the most popular products that I share with my clients and the people that I give free financial consultations to, they mirror the market. So when the market's going up, last year's guys, my clients got 15% return on their money. That is phenomenal. And they had the guarantee that they would never lose a penny of their earnings. Not only that, they don't have to pay taxes ever again on those investments. Now keep in mind, this is a long-term investment. It's a really great strategy for retirement, especially if you have a lot of years, but it's uber safe. So the other day, the market went down 800 points. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? But I want you to think about and to know that you can be diversified, not only within the stock market, but there are other products out there that are really safe. Does your 401k give you guarantees? I've never met a person who's told me yes. The products that I represent, people do get guarantees on their money. So think about that. Think about that with diversification and figure out exactly how diversified you are. And you know how to find me. It's really easy. Facebook, email me, and comment on this. Let's connect, and I'm happy to show you some other ways to diversify to make your money much, much safer and grow faster without being dinged about 28% every single year, or extraordinary fees being tacked on to every time you buy and sell a stock. Okay, that's it for today, and I will talk to you guys next week. Sending you tons of light and love as always. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them below, and I'll come back on and answer. Okay, have a beautiful day, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.